Hello everyone, this is Fahad Mirza and I welcome you to my channel. In this video, we are going to install this ColPali model which is based on this Pali Gamma model. We already have covered Pali Gamma model in great detail on the channel. Now this ColPali model is quite a state-of-the-art visual retriever model. Unlike traditional methods that rely on optical character recognition and complex layout analysis, ColPali leverages a powerful vision language model or VLM to produce high quality contextualized embeddings directly from document pages. This approach largely outperforms modern document retrieval pipelines while being drastically faster. The good news is that now this model is integrated into transformers and we can not only use it as is but also more importantly in our RAG pipeline, which primarily deals with textual plus image data. If you closely look at this model has not only performed well on various benchmarks but also it is quite a new it introduces a new model architecture and training strategy, as I mentioned, based on VLMs. It is a Pali Gamma 3 billion extension that generates Colbert style multi-vector representations of text and images, and that is what we are going to do after getting installed it locally. This model is built iteratively, starting from an off-the-shelf cyclip model, and then they have fine-tuned it to create by cyclip and fed the patch embeddings output by cyclip. So a lot of training details are available. If you go to its Hugging Face card, they have shared a lot of information which I would leave you to read through, and if you have any questions, feel free to put it in the comments and happy to answer you. Let's try to get it installed and see how it works. Let me also give a huge thanks to Mass Compute who are sponsoring the VM and GPU for this video. If you're looking to rent a GPU on very affordable prices, I will drop the link to their website in video's description. Plus, I'm also going to give you a coupon code of 50% discount on range of GPUs. This is my Ubuntu system and this is my GPU card, NVIDIA RTX A6000 with 48 GB of VRAM. This is my Conda environment. Let's wait for it to get created. And now let's install all the prerequisites, which include torch vision and a lot of other things, especially transformers from the source. All the prereqs are installed. Let's launch our Jupyter notebook. And now let's download our model. This is a generic stuff where we are just using the transformers to grab our model, and then we are putting it on our CUDA device and we are using Hugging Face transformer. So let me run it. And it is downloading the model. There are only 2 shards of it. It's not a big model, which is really efficient. Also, if you are using Apple Silicon, you can put MPS instead of CUDA here. Okay, let's wait for it to get downloaded. And the model is downloaded. Let me now show you how we use it. So this is a very simple code where we are displaying the scores. Let me walk you through the code. Now, if you look at this code, first up, we have some images here, which is simply white and black RGB, and then few text queries. These are the inputs, images and queries. And that is where, when I said that this processor object, this is a processor object from Hugging Face, which is used by multimodal models, because these multimodal model, they require an object to encode or decode the data that groups several modalities, in this case, text and vision. So this is what this object processor is doing, which is grouping together these for the tokenizers. Because for text, it is using tokenizer, for vision it is using image processors, and if we would be using audio, it is going to use a feature extractor. Anyway, so now coming back to this, so we have 2 inputs, images and queries. First up, the input data, both image and queries, pre-processed using the processor object, and once that's done, the pre-processed input data, which is batch images and batch queries, is passed to the model, and then forward pass execution happens. The model processes the input data, generating output embeddings for both images and queries. Embedding is numerical representation of our input, and this is done with the if you see that here, with torch.nograd here. This is what forward pass is. Basically, this with torch.nograd block, it is disabling gradient computation. Gradient is simply a measure how much a model's output changes when one of its input is modified, and it is used to modify model's parameter. Gradient computation means that it is a process of calculating gradients, typically using backpropagation to update model's weight and minimize loss. But we are disabling the gradient computation here to, I think, to make it faster. So this is what forward pass is happening, where the inputs are being passed through a trained model to generate output predictions with both input as text and image, and then we are getting the score after retrieving them, and then we are printing out the scores here. And there you go, it has given us a score in terms of queries against those images, and this is where you can match the similarities of text with your images. Now this is a very simple example where I have just taken the colors and then matched it with this, where the similarity is on and off. But if you really think about it, the beauty of this model really shines through if you use it in your RAG pipeline. That plus the training data set of this model is over 120,000 query pages pairs, which is comprised of trained sets of openly available academic data sets and a synthetic data set which is made up of pages from web crawled PDF documents and augmented with VLM generated pseudo questions. And interestingly enough, they have used Claude 3 Sonnet for it, though the model is inspired from JAMA. So I'm very curious as why didn't they use any Google model. But anyway, there are a few limitations of these models which you need to be aware of. First and foremost, the model primarily focuses on PDF type documents and high resources languages, which potentially limits its generalization to other document types. So if your RAG pipeline deals with PDF, then this model will work fine. If not, then there is no use of using it. There are a lot of other options which you can search on the channel. The model relies on multi-vector retrieving derived from the Colbert late interaction mechanism, which may require engineering effort to adopt a widely used vector retrieval framework. So I don't think so that is valid outside of labs, so I'm not really worried about this. One thing which you need to be aware of is that this model is under JAMA license. So you need to be aware of that. There are few adapters which are attached to the model that are under MIT license. So the licensing is quite complicated. If you're looking to implement it in your production environment for commercial purposes, you need to be aware of these things. But other than that, the model looks okay to me. Let me know what do you think. If you like the content, please consider subscribing to the channel. If you're already subscribed, please share it among your network as it helps. Thank you for watching.